Hello viewers and welcome to Media 13. Yeah, I think we got it there. Hello viewers and welcome to 2023, a place that promises to be slightly better than 2022 and also promises 12 episodes of LMIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIII. For those of you unaware somehow, this is the monthly Letterboxd show where I look back at everything that I watched the month before and we talk about it. Now if you'll recall, last year's January last month I watched came with some Christmas themes because we did watch some Christmas movies. We're not doing that this year because A, it's now January and I don't want to still be thinking about Christmas, and B, is it was just too much effort. But with that being said, my name is Jordan, repping the lovely It's Time for LMIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIIII. So without further ado, let's just get into December's movies. Starting things off on the 1st of December, I decided I wanted to sit and rewatch Jordan Peele's previous two movies in time for watching Nope. But we started off with Get Out, obviously, which is a phenomenal movie. I don't really need to say much on that. Acting is great. I gave it 5 stars. I feel like most people that watch it probably end up giving it 5 stars because it's just that good. Moving on to the second, I then watched Us, which is Jordan Peele's follow-up film to Get Out and seen by many to be the inferior. I prefer it. Not gonna lie, I gave this one 5 stars as well, and if I had to rank them, I'd say that Us is narrowly ahead of Get Out. I'm not sure what it is. There's not really anything that sticks out in my head as something that makes me prefer it over that. But it is there. I do think that if I had to choose to watch one of those, it would be Us. Therefore, that's probably the one I go with. Then moving on to the third, we finally watched Nope. And you're probably asking me, Jordan, is this another straight fire 5-star movie from Jordan Peele? No, but it is kind of close. I gave Nope a 4.5 stars. I think it is a fantastic movie, but it's probably going to take another couple of rewatches of being on that level for me to think it earns the 5. I think it is great. The performances are fantastic. Arguably the best acted movie so far that Jordan Peele has in his, trio of horror movies. Probably the best acted one. There is just something for me, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but it is there. Moving on to the fourth, I watched Mr. Harrigan's Phone, which is a horror movie released to Netflix, and we're very much back to the Netflix standard that I expect. Mr. Harrigan's Phone is not very good. I don't really think it's that worth a watch. If you're looking for another film to see this year before the year is up, why not? I mean the year's up already by the time you're seeing this. I don't know why I'm saying that. Yeah, the movie's pretty below average. I gave it a 2 star. I wasn't a fan of it. I think the acting is fine, but the premise is very hit or miss, more miss than anything else. I wouldn't recommend this one. Also on the 4th, I watched The Wonder, which is a Florence Pugh movie. That's how I'm choosing to look at it, because saying Netflix movie just makes me die, and it starts the film off at a disadvantage. The Wonder is actually a pretty decent movie. I gave it 3.5 stars. I think the acting is definitely the strong suit. I think the story, while solid at times, feels a little shaky, and the writing leaves a little bit to be desired at times. I don't hate it though. I did think it was pretty good. I enjoyed it for the most part, although I'm really not sure how much of that is down to the quality of the movie and how much of it is down to Florence Pugh being a part of the movie. On the 5th, I started the Cars franchise with Cars 1, which is a franchise that I actually intend on talking about sometime next year. So yeah, we watched Cars on the 5th. I enjoyed this movie. I think it's really, really good. I gave it a 4.5 stars. Yeah, I think there's a lot to love. There's not really a whole lot that you can actively criticize. There's a lot of nitpicks that you can make if you want to go that far. Not as many nitpicks as the movie that I watched on the 6th, which was Cars 2. Cars 2 again is decent, it's dumb fun, and I gave it a 3.5 stars because despite the fact there is a lot of issues with this movie, and I think it is probably considered a bad movie, and I wouldn't say that's unjust, I do still have fun with it. It has a very innocent, mindless charm to it. It's one of those movies more where if you don't want to focus, this is the one for you. And we finished this trilogy on the 8th of December when I watched Cars 3. And people, I love Cars 3. But yeah, I gave Cars 3 a 5 star. I think it's the best Cars movie. I don't even think that's a competition in my mind anymore. So we took a bit of a gap, but then on the 13th I went to the cinema to watch Violent Night, which is a David Harbour movie where he plays the John Wick equivalent of Santa Claus. Now this is a good movie and I gave it a 3.5 stars. However, I feel like I would have preferred the movie that I thought this was back when it was first rumoured to be happening. Because initially I saw an article that said that David Harbour would be playing Santa Claus in a horror movie. And I don't doubt that probably at some point this was going to be a horror movie. I think it has a lot of elements like that, like the blood and the gore are very over the top at times. Yeah, it's a dumb fun action movie. It's obviously one of those, you know, seasonal exclusive ones, so it's just going to feel out of place when you watch it at any other point other than Christmas. And people, we know how I feel about Christmas movies. I'm not overly fond on them. So this is probably going to be one that I don't ever watch again, but again, it's a 3.5 star. I enjoy it for what it is. On the 14th, we started our second franchise of this month, and this is one that I actually had only ever seen half of, because we did the Indiana Jones movies. Raiders of the Lost Ark was the film that we obviously started off on. I think it's a very solid movie, best in the series, and I ended up giving it a 4.5 stars. Also on the 14th, I watched The Temple of Doom. I think this one is actually pretty good. I was told that this was one of the worst two, or like there's a good two and a bad two. I was told this was one of the bad two. I enjoyed it, but I gave this one a 3.5 star, and then on the 15th I moved on to The Last Crusade, which I gave a 3 star, and then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull also on the 15th with another 3 star. That's right, people, this is my Indiana Jones ranking. Shocker. Oh my god, imagine doing such a thing. On the 16th, I put myself through hell because I finally decided to revisit the Avatar, the first movie. And I gave it 2.5 star. I do think this one is a very average movie. I still do not understand the hype behind it. But you know, I did it so that I wasn't fully in the dark going into the second film. Which I then saw on the 19th, and I was pleasantly surprised. This is probably going to be the one and only time I talk about this film on this channel. Avatar: The Way of Water is actually very solid. I gave it 4 stars. However, it is not a film that I ever intend to go back to. You see, my memory of seeing this film is that yes, it is solid, it is a clear 4-star movie. However, I cannot pinpoint an exact reason now why I have given it 4 stars. I can only pinpoint that it's better than the first movie because the characters actually feel like there was half an ounce of thought put in there this time. So I feel like this is going to be a case where I have enjoyed it for the cinema experience combined. However, if I watch this movie back, it's just going to plummet in rating. It's probably going to drop to a 3. Moving on to the 21st, I watched Christmas Evil for the first time. One of the rare Christmas movies I watched this year because I didn't watch that many. I actually did enjoy this one as well. We all know that if I do watch any Christmas movies, I'm a fan of Christmas horror. And I gave this one a 4 stars. I think this one's pretty decent, and I think next holiday season, if you're into scary movies, give it a go. On the 22nd, I watched Scrooge, A Christmas Carol, and I only watched it because there was a song that kept going viral on my TikTok For You page, and I was curious to see if it would live up to the hype. I gave it 3.5 stars. I do think it's a relatively decent movie. I don't think it does anything special in terms of readapting the Scrooge story. But at this point, do we really want that? It's just another way to watch it at the end of the day. It's probably one of my more preferred ways of watching this story now. The animation, incredibly generic, however at times it looks rather appealing, it looks very pretty. The songs are actually pretty decent. I like the thought and I like the way that they're structured. Just a pretty nice movie. I enjoyed it. On the 23rd, we watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is obviously the Jim Carrey live-action adaptation of Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. As always, you guys remember from last year probably, I do love this movie. It's one of the only non-horror Christmas movies that I do actually enjoy. Then on Christmas Day, because I didn't have a life, I decided to sit down and watch Knives Out, and there is a reason that I did this. I gave Knives Out a 5 star, obviously. We all know that I love this film. I mean, it is one of 3 films so far to win a Media 13 award. I wonder what the 4th one's going to be, find out next month. But no, Knives Out is phenomenal. I love the movie. I think every performance is fantastic. I think the twists and turns that the story takes are fantastic. I think the story is fantastic itself. I just think it is a great movie. I'm going to stop dick riding Rian Johnson now and just move on. On the 27th, 4 days after it released, I then decided to watch Glass Onion on Netflix. And you know what, it's a good movie. I really like this movie. I feel like it leans more into the comedy side, which, yeah, it works, and Rian Johnson knows what he's doing with these characters, and it doesn't fail as a movie. I gave this thing 4.5 stars. but it's not the kind of direction that I wanted to see this thing go in. And for that reason, I think that while I love it, and I don't think it's on the same level as the first film, I gave it 4.5 stars. But saying that, that's everything that I've watched this month, so now it's your turn. Get down to the comments below, let me know what you've been watching, I want to hear it. What did you think of Avatar? Because I know a lot of you probably went to see it, it's crossed 1 billion already. And a new addition to the ending segment of every last month I watched, here is a ranking of the films that I've watched this month. We're going to do this now. I feel like this is a pretty fun way of just summarising it, and obviously I've not put it together yet, so I have not seen this thing that you're looking at, so this is pretty cool. Wow, how controversial. But yeah, feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed it. It lets me know I'm doing something right with the content. We have hit 900 subscribers. I didn't want to say that because of the fact that I fear people will unsubscribe, but oh my god, we've hit it. I'll probably properly talk about it when I reach like 905 or something, just when I know I'm sort of in the green, or at least the orange. But just a quick thank you, because that's pretty insane. If you are new around here, feel free to subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going nowhere with this now, so with that being said, I hope you're all having a nice day. I'll see you in the next one.